I thought my AI agents were broken. They were not. I had built a workflow where waiting looked exactly like failure. And that is the dangerous part of agent automation. A busy system can still be doing nothing useful. The plan sounded clean. I ask the manager opens a work order, the worker produces evidence, and the manager closes the task. That was the dream state, a small system that could keep moving while I was busy with real life. In my head, the process looked like a conveyor belt. Request, manager, work order, worker, evidence, closeout. What actually happened looked productive from far away. Cards moved, agents reported motion, the board filled with activity. But activity is not the same thing as progress. A card can be in working, a chat can sound confident, a dashboard can look alive. None of that proves the work exists. The first failure was working without evidence. A task could sit in the working column with no durable artifact behind it. The worker was not necessarily lying. The workflow simply allowed motion to count before anything was verifiable. That meant the manager had nothing real to inspect. The second failure was completion without closeout. A worker could say done in conversation, while the manager checklist was still empty. In that system, done did not mean accepted. It meant somebody said the word done, and then everyone hoped the system understood what that meant. The third failure was blocked work. Some blocks were intentional gates. Wait for approval, do not spend money, do not publish yet. Other blocks were real failures. Missing input, bad artifact, no owner, no next action. The dashboard made those states look almost identical. The fourth failure was the simplest one. The system expected an artifact. The check looked for the artifact. The artifact was not there. That should have failed the task immediately. Instead, before the rebuild, missing proof could turn into another round of discussion. The agents were not the root problem. The workflow was missing 4 rules. Rule 1. Every task needs a clear owner before it can pass. Rule 2. Every task needs durable evidence before it can pass. Rule 3. Every completion needs manager closeout before it can pass. Rule 4. Blocked must say whether it is gated or stuck before it can pass. Those rules sound boring. That is why they work. The rebuild is practical, not magical. The manager opens bounded work. The worker produces an artifact. The manager verifies the artifact before the card closes. If the file is missing, the task fails verification. If the gate is intentional, the board says why. If the system itself needs repair, that repair becomes its own work order. The point is not to make agents more dramatic. The point is to make the handoff boring enough to trust. That changed the core question from, what did the agent claim, to, what can the system prove? Once that question is built into the board, the manager can move faster without pretending every update is true. That is the difference between an agent system that burns attention and one that can start earning it back. AI agents amplify the management system you give them. If the workflow is vague, they create vague motion. If the workflow has ownership, evidence, and closeout, they can actually become useful. Before you blame the agent, check the work order. This is prompt and error, where we debug the systems around AI, not just the prompts. Subscribe if you want practical AI workflow breakdowns from the messy middle.